mushroom and Swiss burger. The General Store on 24 in Lewis.
Headlines you can't get through your day without. On Power 101.7.
All right, Jess, what you got?
All right, so the Ukrainian president, President Zelensky, called in a video address late last night for people around the world to gather in public today. The 1-month anniversary of Russia's invasion to show support for Ukraine. He did speak in English. It was an emotional video. He says, come to your squares, come to your streets, make yourselves visible and heard. Say that people matter, freedom matters, peace matters, and Ukraine matters. Also, the Supreme Court nominee, Jackson, was questioned for a second day.
Look.
Now, I watched
I don't know how.
yesterday, parts of it.
Yeah.
And I see what you mean more now today than I did yesterday.
They got her. I don't know who it was. I'm trying to think who it was. I don't know who it was. I saw the guy, the senator from Rhode Island, was questioning her, and he was good. He started off by saying, at first I just want to let you know you can sit back and relax because I'm for you. I voted for you. So that was fine. But then the next guy who got up there and was questioning her about abortion and her thoughts on abortion. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you trying to tackle all these issues that are in litigation right now? Because there's a lot of states right now. Well, there's two, I guess I shouldn't say a lot, but there's a couple states right now that are, trying to change these abortion laws, and there's things going through the Supreme Court in order to do that.
Yep. Texas and now Idaho.
Yeah, and these are could be political issues that they're trying to get her caught up in saying things that go against. You know what I mean? And it's just it's just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And she's standing strong, and she's sitting there saying, I don't know how she's so calm, but she's sitting there basically saying, I'm sorry, Senator, whoever's asking, I'm not at liberty to comment on, that. Basically, what's that got to do with me being confirmed as a judge? I go by, the law, and I go by the Constitution, and I go by, what I have to follow. It's not about my opinion and what I think. And they're trying to get her caught up so bad.
Gosh, what I saw
humiliate
yesterday,
her, make her look dumb.
Yes, they were. I felt like when they question her, the way that they direct the questions, or even their posture and how they're sitting in the seat.
Yeah.
They don't even come nice.
No.
It's rude, pompous, arrogant.
Yep.
It just feels uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And I just didn't get it. But these are just, quick little clips and things that I saw yesterday, and I finally, was able to watch.
I think it's disgraceful.
To some of the questions and.
Oh, well, they got to ask her for the job interview. No, they don't need to ask her those questions.
Some of the stuff was just over the top.
Yeah.
And they kept. If she didn't give the answer that they, I guess, were looking for,
then they'll ask her a different way.
Yes, and they continued with it.
Yeah.
It did get emotional with Cory Booker. He spoke once again. He says, I know what, it's taken for you to sit here in this seat. You earned this spot. She cried.
Yeah.
He was very emotional as well. And, we just have to wait this thing out. They said maybe a ruling will take place by Easter.
Here we go. Here goes Cory Booker. I got the audio.
You got here how every black woman in America who's gotten anywhere has done by being... like Ginger Rogers said, I did everything Fred Astaire did, but backwards in heels. and so I'm just sitting here saying, nobody's stealing my joy. Nobody's going to make me angry. And I want to tell you, when I look at you, this is why I get emotional. I'm sorry, you're a person that is so much more than your race and gender. You're a Christian, you're a mom, you're an intellect, you love books, but for me, I'm sorry, it's hard for me not to look at you and not see my mom, not to see my cousins, one of them who had to come here and sit behind you. She had to have your back. I see my ancestors and yours. Nobody's going to steal the joy of that woman in the street or the calls that I'm getting or the texts. Nobody's going to steal that joy. You have earned this spot. You are worthy. You are a great American.
So there you go. That's Cory
Wow.
Booker. They're trying.
Good for him.
They're trying to steal the joy. I can
They
tell you
are.
that. They're trying.
Whew.
So,
Wow.
I mean, it's just unbelievable.
So that was very emotional. Now, moving on from that, so Moderna, this was other breaking news that took place yesterday. They say that the low dose of its COVID-19 vaccine is effective in children under the age of 6 and that it's going to ask the U.S. and European regulators to authorize 2 small dose shots for children in that age group. Children under 5 are the only age group that is still not eligible for the COVID vaccination. Moderna's president said that the vaccine provides the same level of protection against COVID in young kids as it does in adults. Idaho Republican Governor Brad Little signed a 6-week abortion ban into law yesterday, modeled on the one that went into effect in Texas last fall, becoming the first state to do so. It follows Texas not only with a 6-week ban, but by enforcing the law via lawsuits filed by other citizens. So we will keep you up to date on that as well. Now, the town of Berlin, this is some great news. They announced the return of the Memorial Day Parade.
Okay,
Yes.
very good, very good.
We've been waiting for this, so it's going to return to Flower Street this year. The parade is going to be held on Monday, May the 30th. It's going to begin on the corner of Seahawk Road and Flower Street, and it's going to end at Henry Park.
Nice.
This year's parade theme is going to be Hometown Heroes. So the entries are limited at this time. If you would like to get in on it, any questions, call 443-497-3242. So that's great news there. Also, a tax preparer has been indicted for the preparation of fraudulent returns.
Jess, who's your tax worker? Who did your taxes this year, Jess?
Somebody snitching.
Right.
Wow, this is what's going on. Federal grand jury returned the indictment yesterday, charging 54-year-old Harvey Walker with preparing false and fraudulent returns. According to the indictment, during 2015 through 2019, those tax years, he prepared a total of 23 fraudulent returns for 8 different individual clients. Those returns are alleged to have falsely claimed deductions, contributions, employee expenses, business losses, among other things. The maximum penalty for each count will be 3 years behind bars and a $100,000 fine. So we're going to keep our eye on that as well.
Okay. 6:44. It is the Bill and Jessica Show. Throwback Thursday. By request, all Facebook. Here's Diddy. I'll be missing.